The JoLynn Braley Show, Episode 9, Get Real Episode Number 2. Weight loss is easy, so why aren't you doing it? Hello and welcome. This is JoLynn Braley, the FAT Release Coach, and this is the JoLynn Braley Show. Join me on today's show as I go beyond the food to what is the real issue, your mindset. You see, mindset is 90% of the game of achieving struggle-free, permanent success with your weight. Skill, diet and exercise, is a skill. That's only 10% of the solution or the problem. For you see, you can have all of the nutritional and fitness, all of the exercise information in the world that is healthy and will help you, but if you're not taking action with it, then you have an inner self problem, and that comes down to your mindset. What's very interesting is that all high achievers know this. This is why Olympic athletes have their own coach. This is even something that Mary Kay knows, Mary Kay Cosmetics. She teaches this in her business training materials, that mindset is 90% of success. Skill is only 10%. You'll find this talked about anywhere where success is spoken of. And it certainly applies to weight loss. For the fact is, just like today's topic, weight loss is easy. So then the question is, why aren't you doing it? And today's show is a Get Real episode. This is the second Get Real episode of the year. Each month I am doing at least one Get Real episode for you. And the purpose of these Get Real episodes is to help you wake up and look at where you are. Make a decision for yourself and take decisive action now. Because here's the truth. There is no tomorrow. How can that be? How is that the truth? Well, today is the day that you told yourself yesterday would be the day that you'd finally take action to lose weight and keep it off. Today is the day that you told yourself yesterday would be the day that you'd finally get your act together and do something different, especially if you're listening to this on a Monday. How many weekends have gone by in your life when you've told yourself that, oh, it's the weekend and I'll just eat what I want and I'll make a change on Monday. Monday's the day to start the diet. Monday's the day to start the exercise program. Well, let's get real. How has that worked for you? What are your results? Where are you at with your weight today? Are you still struggling? Or are you living completely struggle-free with your weight and you're living as a naturally slender person lives? If that's the case, then the question that you'd want to ask yourself is, why are you listening to me right now? Because if you don't have any struggle with your weight, or with food, how you eat, or your thoughts about food, about yourself, if you don't have any struggle in this area with food and weight, then why would you be listening to me right now? I'm sure that if that were the case, then you would be out there living your life and having fun and doing whatever it is that you'd want to be doing. Now, there is a chance that you could be one of the graduates of the Inner Self Diet, and you're listening to me right now, and if that's the case, then you already know exactly what to do to maintain your weight loss mindset. And for those of you who are listening who don't know what I'm talking about, the Inner Self Diet is my proprietary proven step-by-step system to struggle-free permanent weight loss. And I lead my inspiring clients through my step-by-step proven system, and they come out on the other side of that process with a weight loss mindset. And why is that important? Because once you have the mindset in place, which is 90% of the game, then you don't have the struggle to move forward and take action with all of the healthy eating and exercise information you already know right now. We're back to the same topic of the fact that weight loss is actually very easy. It's not rocket science. There is no magic to it, and there are actually millions of ways to do it. And as long as you choose the healthy ways out of those millions, then there's no reason that you cannot succeed. Now, notice I'm talking about a healthy way of life, and I definitely advocate a lifestyle change as opposed to doing a short-term diet, because that's not going to work. But the people who do short-term diets are the ones who don't have a weight loss mindset. Instead, they're looking for a quick fix, and that is one sign of an FAT mindset. And what is FAT? FAT are your fear-attracting thoughts. And an FAT mindset is a perfect match to an overweight body, an overweight life, and overeating behaviors. On the other side is when you do the work with the specific steps to get a real and true weight loss mindset, then you don't look for a short, fast, quickie fat loss diet, because there's no reason for you to do that anymore. You live a healthy lifestyle. You allow the fat to come off your body over time, which is how the human body works. You know, the human body is not going to drop 10 pounds of fat in one day. And when you have a weight loss mindset, then you do what you need to do and allow the fat to come off, and you have no worry about it. That's one thing that I hear often from the graduates of the Inner Self Diet, is that they're no longer worried about it. And these are people who have not reached their goal weight yet at the time that they're saying that they're not worried about it, because you have to get a weight loss mindset before you're able to take struggle-free action to allow the fat to drop off, which means that you get that weight loss mindset while you still are overweight. The opposite way to do it would be to force yourself to go on another crash diet, another fad diet, and see if you can get the weight off. But what will happen is, since you don't have the mindset for it, and one sign that you know that you don't have the mindset for it is because you're even doing some kind of a crazy fad diet that you're forcing yourself to do in an attempt to get the fat off right away. That tells you that you have an FAT mindset. And when you're doing that to yourself, and then you're telling yourself you'll get a weight loss mindset later, well, you just put yourself into another cycle of struggle, and it's almost better to not even do any more diets until you get a weight loss mindset. Because when you force yourself, you continue to force yourself to diet, and you don't have the 90% of the problem taken care of yet, which is your inner self, your mindset, then you're just going to pile another disappointment and another failure on top of all of the other failures that you already have had. And then that just makes it harder for yourself to move forward and even believe in yourself that you can change. So on today's show, I invite you to really get real with yourself about what you really want. Do you really want to achieve struggle-free permanent weight loss? Or is what you want is to find another new eating and exercise plan that you can attempt again to force yourself to do for a day or 3 days, or maybe you can do it for 2 weeks? But eventually, the same thing happens that you've already proven to yourself throughout all of your years of struggle, and that same thing is that you can do it for a little while, but then that quote-unquote something happens, and you don't even know what that something is, and then you're just right back to where you started. So do you want to take that route, or do you want to take the route of actually solving the problem that you've had for much of your life? If you were actually to get very, very real with yourself and identify how old you were when you first started struggling, and that would be the age you were when you first started having any kind of negative thoughts about food, weight, body image, anything like that, and you might not have even been overweight back then. But if you were to really get honest and real with yourself, you would find that you've been struggling with this problem, depending on your age right now, 20, 30, maybe 40 years. And there might have been times throughout your life where you did lose weight. But if it's come back, if you started binge eating again, treating yourself poorly again, then if the problem were solved, then why would you still be struggling? So, bottom line, the fact is that weight loss is not hard. It is easy. You just have to do some proven things that work with the human body. Interestingly enough, though, all of my clients learn that if there were to be enough diets on this planet that would be the right diet plan for every person, there would have to be the same number as the population of the planet. And the reason for that is because every single person is different. And what the folks I work with learn is how to tune into their own internal guidance system so that they know what to do for what's best for their body. And this is also based on their own life experience, with all of the experience they've already had with food and with nutrition and with exercise. It's not like I'm working with little children who are 2 years old and they've never had any experience with nutrition and exercise. Actually, more than likely I wouldn't need to work with a 2-year-old because they don't have these problems. So, yeah, getting real with yourself, this is something that only you can do. And you just need to look at your life right now. How much longer are you willing to wait to get the struggle-free success, if that's what you want? If you really don't want struggle-free weight loss, then that's another story. Then you don't need a weight loss mindset, and you could just go do another diet and just keep going on that route. Maybe you like to do different diets, and maybe you actually like to struggle with your weight. Maybe you get some kind of an enjoyment out of that. There are some people who believe that life is supposed to be a struggle, that it's supposed to be hard, and if that's you, then it makes sense that you would not want to stop struggling with your weight. So that's something else that you can get real with yourself about. And if that's the case, then, that's a good thing to be honest with yourself about. There would be no reason then for you to ever complain to yourself or to anyone else about how hard it is for you to lose weight or how hard it is for you to keep it off, because when you get real with yourself and see that that's actually what you want and you like the struggle for some reason, then there's no reason to complain about it any longer. And that's actually a good thing, because then you can recognize that it's your choice, which actually everything is your choice in your life. You can't make choices for other people, but if you learn how to step fully into your own power, then you learn how to take control of your own mind and your own emotions, and then you know that if you're not getting the results that you want, that it's all your choice. And that's not an opportunity for you to criticize yourself and beat yourself up. It's an opportunity for you to look at the fact that, okay, what I'm doing isn't working, And if I want to get the results of ABC, then I need to learn how to do ABC. And if ABC is a weight loss mindset, then the quickest way to get that is to work with a mentor who already has a proven step-by-step system that will help you get there in the least amount of time possible. Or, this is interesting, I just published a new article within about the past 5 days or so, and it's a story about one of the graduates of the Inner Self Diet, Laura, and there is also an audio there in that article. And on the audio, she talked about the fact that she had been following me through my email e-zine, which is Permanent Weight Loss Secrets, and that comes out every week, each Tuesday. And she had been reading my emails about a weight loss mindset and success stories of other folks that I'd worked with. And she kept telling herself that she could just figure it out on her own, that she could do it on her own, and also that she didn't need help, that she shouldn't have to ask for help, that she should be able to do everything on her own. And what she shared on that audio was that things actually got worse for her during that entire year of following me, and she eventually did apply for a complimentary weight loss discovery session, and then she decided to step up for herself, and she did do all of the steps of the Inner Self Diet, and now she's doing just fabulous. But there are different ways to go about getting what you want in life. If you already know how to do it, then you need to do it. If you don't, then you need to learn how to do it. But that's another place that you have to really get real with yourself. And also notice, are you even willing to ask for help? If you also have the thought that Laura used to have, that you should be able to do everything on your own, then that's something else for you to get real with yourself about and look at, okay, well, what are the results I'm getting from doing everything on my own? What are the results I'm getting from trying to piece a weight loss mindset together, or just trying to lose weight and do it without struggle? What are the results that you're getting? And if you like the results that you're getting, and you're having no problem following through with eating healthy and working out and eating only when you're hungry, stopping when you're full, drinking plenty of clean water each day, staying off of most processed foods, which is really a very simple thing for the human body to deal with. That's a great way to feed the human body, is to get off all processed food ingredients. Those simple basic things, which I'm sure that you've already heard all of those before. You don't need me to tell you that, right? And if you're already doing everything that you know how to do to live a healthy lifestyle, and it's no struggle at all, then again, you don't even need to change anything. And so if you like the results you're getting, keep doing what you're doing. If you don't like the results that you're getting, then it's your opportunity to get real with yourself and ask yourself, how much longer am I willing to wait? How much longer are you willing to wait to get the results of struggle-free permanent weight loss? Another 5 years, another 15 years, another 20 years? It's all up to you. Okay, a quick commercial break here. I do invite you to go to fearlessfatloss.com, and you can grab a free bonus while you're there, and what that is my free 5-day e-course. The title is Your Mindset Fit, or FAT? And it will help you discover what's really been holding you back from losing weight for good, and also what you can do about it. And I have some shout outs to give out this week. To get a shout out from me on the JoLynn Braley Show, just go to thejolynnbraleyshow.com and click the like button on our Facebook page to like the page, and I'll give you a shout out. So these shout outs go out to the folks who have liked the page since episode 7. And I've got a couple people here to give shout outs to: Martin, Eunice, Kristen, and Paul. And thank you so much for liking the JoLynn Braley Show. I know that there were a couple of you that I didn't have your names in front of me last week, so I said that I would give those shout outs this week. And there you go. Thank you so much for liking the page. And once again, you can go to the JoLynnBraleyShow.com to like the page there, and I'll give you a shout out also. And here's your question of the day. Actually, 2 questions of the day. You can write these down on paper and then write your answers underneath. The first question to ask yourself is, how many healthy ways to lose weight do I already know? How many healthy ways to lose weight do I already know? I mean, gosh, there are healthy options available at the public library. It's really, I'm not being facetious when I say that it's not rocket science to lose weight and do it in a healthy way, but you have to do it. Okay, and then the next question is, if you're not doing what you know how to do, then what exactly is stopping you from getting a weight loss mindset? Once again, that question is, if you're not doing what you already know how to do, then what exactly is stopping you from getting a weight loss mindset? And the purpose of that question is, if you're not already taking action, consistent, struggle-free action to release the excess fat from your body and keep it off, the reason you're not doing that is because you don't have a weight loss mindset. If you already had the mindset for it, you wouldn't even be listening to me. You would just be doing what you already know how to do, and you'd be having fun doing it, and it would not be any big deal. So, quick recap, what you learned today. Mindset is 90% of the game of success in achieving struggle-free, permanent weight loss. You've got to get real with yourself about what you want for your life and what you want for your body. Weight loss really is easy. It really is not rocket science, but you have to do it. And if you're not doing it, then that is an inner self problem. And you need to get a weight loss mindset so that you can follow through and do what you already know how to do when it comes to eating healthy, exercising, and living fit, so that you can enjoy it and that it's a part of your life and it just becomes who you are and not any big deal for you to do. You also learned that the quickest way to get a weight loss mindset, if you don't have one now and you want one, is to work with a mentor who already has a proven proprietary step-by-step system to walk you through. Then there's no need for you to attempt to reinvent the wheel, or especially to invent something that you really don't have any idea how to do, because it's much easier just to pick up a book about how to make some healthy recipes and then how to do some exercises, right? I mean, those are everywhere. If you really do want a core, solid, true, honest-to-goodness weight loss mindset, there are several ingredients that go into that. It's about a whole lot more than just positive thinking. And I gave you those questions of the day to ask yourself, and those are very important for you to do. And that's about all I've got for you this week. This is a Get Real episode, and there are only so many things that I can do on this very short episode today to help you get real with yourself. And you can, if you are serious about busting through whatever it is that's been stopping you from losing weight for good and keeping it off, which means whatever it is that's been stopping you from getting a weight loss mindset, you can go to fearlessfatloss.com and you can apply for a complimentary weight loss discovery session with me. And then I would actually ask you many questions that it's not possible to do on a short little episode here for all of the people who are listening, to find out what exactly is going on with you and if or how I could help you in any way, and to find out what is the gap between where you are now and where you really want to be, and find out, do you really, really want to release your struggles with food and your weight? What would that do for you? And you can do that at fearlessfatloss.com. Okay, so if you're subscribed on iTunes to the JoLynn Braley Show, go ahead and give us a 5-star rating. That would be great. And also make sure to go to thejolynnbraleyshow.com and like our Facebook page. You'll get a shout out from me on an upcoming episode. And next week's show is very interesting. It will be on the topic of 3 fears that keep you fat. Remember, an FAT mindset is a mindset based in fear-attracting thoughts. So it makes a lot of sense that there are many fears in that FAT mindset. So we'll take a look at just 3 of those. And remember, please, for yourself, when you're getting real with yourself, that you won't get to where you want to go unless you take action, consistent action. And with your body, what allows you to take consistent, struggle-free action to get the body of your dreams, that's a weight loss mindset. Mindset is 90% of the game of achieving lasting success with your weight. Mindset is why you aren't taking consistent action today to live a healthy lifestyle. This is JoLynn Braley, the FAT Release Coach, and you've been listening to the JoLynn Braley Show. I almost said the JoLynnBraleyShow.com. That's where you go to like our Facebook page. And you can also go to fearlessfatloss.com to learn more about struggle-free permanent weight loss and grab your free 5-day e-course while you're there. Thanks for being on the show today, and here's to your best life in your ideal body.